Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to talk about stress, rhythm and intonation in English and Spanish. First, let's start with the stress. What is stress? Stress is a degree of emphasis given a sound or syllable in a speech. One of the main functions of stress is to provide a way of distinguishing degrees of emphasis or contrast in sentences or lines of verbs. One difference between English and Spanish stress is that in English the stress is placed on syllables and in Spanish it is placed on vowels. For example, in English the word record has the stress on the first syllable and forgetful on the second one. In Spanish the words sábado and papá have the stress on the vowels which have the tilde. Moreover, stress and stressed vowels in Spanish do not significantly differ in length, quantity, or articulation quality. In English, however, stressed vowels are normally lengthening and unstressed vowels are shorter or reduced to schwa. For example, the words vowed and children. In the word vow, the first vowel is reduced, and in children, the second one. Stress position. In both languages, the stress position can change the meaning of a word. For example, in Spanish, término is the noun, termino is the verb in present, and terminó is the verb in past. In English, project is the noun and project the verb. Stress with content and function words. Content words are main verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, negative auxiliary verb, demonstratives, and question words. Function words are pronouns, prepositions, articles, conjunctions, auxiliary verbs, and the verb to be. In English, the stress is placed on content words which normally carry the meaning of the sentence. On the contrary, function words carry little information and are reduced in the sentence. Only when we want to emphasize in these words, we place stress on them. For example, I went to the store. The words when and store are stressed because they are content words. I'm talking to the clever students. Her, talking, and clever students are stressed. You're sitting on the decks, but you aren't listening to me. Here, sitting, decks, aren't listening are stressed. On the contrary, in Spanish, it doesn't happen because all words in a sentence normally receive the same emphasis. For example, los niños van al colegio. Ella no quiere escucharte. Las flores rojas son las más hermosas. Now let's talk about rhythm. Rhythm is the sense of movement in a speech, marked by stress, timing, and quantity of syllables. Rhythm is divided into categories. First, syllable timing. This means that each syllable in a language has the same duration. Second, stress timing. This means that syllables which are stressed are longer in duration than those which are unstressed. Let's compare Spanish, a syllable time language, with English, a stress time language. In Spanish, yo hablo español muy bien tends to have equal duration for each syllable. Yo hablo español muy bien. Whereas in English, stressed syllables are longer than unstressed ones. So, I speak English really well is more like I speak English really well. Finally, let's talk about intonation. Intonation is the melody or music of a language. It refers to the ways the voice rises and falls as we speak. Intonation is important because it can often change the meaning of what is being spoken. Intonation is used to convey our feelings and attitudes. For instance, the same sentence can be uttered in different ways to express happiness, surprise, anger, and irony. For example, I like your dress. It can express surprise, or I like your dress could be ironic. In Spanish and English, intonation is different depending on whether sentences are spoken as statements or questions. In yes/no question, the intonation rises at the end of the question. For example, ¿is your sister? Would you like some tea? In Spanish, ¿es tu hermana? ¿Te gustaría un té? In a statement, it falls at the end of the sentence. For example, we can go on Friday. In Spanish, nosotros podemos ir el viernes. In double H question, the intonation falls at the end. For example, what did he say? Where did she go? In Spanish, ¿qué comida prefieres? ¿Qué quieres tomar? That's all about this topic. Thank you so much for watching the video.